Fundamental architectural conflict. Stairs versus the ranch house. Now, the ranch house, if I understand my architectural terms correctly, which I probably don't since I'm not a real architect, I just talk a lot about architecture. I think it's like a one-level house where you can just walk to everything without going up or down any stairs, as opposed to like the split-level suburban house where as soon as you walk in the door, you're immediately going up or down stairs. It seems like a terrible design to me. The problem with the ranch house is it implies sprawl. It should be stacked. But if it's going to be stacked, then you need stairs to get between them. So, my solution is don't have any stairs within an individual dwelling, but you could stack dwellings on top of each other. Now, that immediately sounds bad because you don't own the land underneath you fully. And, well, maybe. Land ownership is a more complicated thing than that. But there could be like public stairs where you go up 4 levels even to different floors. But within each floor, everything is all flat. It's 4 stacked ranch houses, dug into slope, sucking in the sun, having greenhouses on the outside. Everybody's winning a lot. Except, do we really want to live on top of each other? Doesn't that sound bad? Like city living, icky yuck? It does. But you could fix that with investing more in the infrastructure of your flooring. Overbuild them so that they're sound insulated and that even if somebody hit a dance party on top of you, which could be like not in tune with the culture you want to live in, but that it would be okay. Like you're sound insulated. You should be able to fuck the fuck out of somebody. And this is a little harder to do because some chicks are really loud, but you should be able to fuck their brains out and not have anyone else hear it. You might need straw bale for that. Anyway, it's just stuff to think about. Like, how can we use less physical footprint upon the land, have people live with a lot of space horizontally that they can get to and benefit from, and that involves stacking them up. It's this weird mix because I'm such a proponent of rural living and living out in the forest, and I want to propose these city kind of buildings. Doesn't that seem like kind of conflicted? Well, yeah, it does. At a base level, if you just look at it, it seems wrong. But we want to keep that forest protected. We don't want to pave it all over. And so by building up multiple levels of individually owned flats, as they call them in England, or condos, as big as they need to be. I mean, it could be that there's rooms for 8 different people who share a common area. And they have a big ranch house stacked on top of other ranch houses. And they, have a greenhouse on the outside of it, so they're all sucking heat in, so nobody's too cold. It all works out. In between those buildings, there can be public spaces where people at different levels are experiencing different things, and you can be heating them in different ways, and you can have different businesses, and there could be really wide public stairways that were covered from the rain and the sun. You know, big, wide public stairways, the kind people sit around on and chat, you know, with little alcoves off the side, and like there's semi-public spaces, they're third spaces. That sounds really great, doesn't it? And I've never heard anyone talk about that. No one's ever designed a building like that. And I think it's because of land ownership issues, or just the way we've thought about architecture historically, and the need to own a piece of land under you. So I understand why that's never been discussed. But I think if you were to combine these strange ideas, it could have huge value. And even along those public stairways, there could be these ranch houses that have businesses that conserve those stairways. I mean, I'm talking big stairways, like park-like stairways with atrium-like roofs, like a nice place to be. And I'm not also knocking ramps, because stairways imply a certain level of mobility. And so it would be nice if a larger structure, as I'm imagining, kind of like a fallen down skyscraper, that it also had ramps available, because some people do have mobility issues, which I'm very sympathetic to. And so there's alternative ways of moving things around. And I have, mixed thoughts on elevators. They seem complicated with a lot of moving parts. But you could probably run them without electricity. And there could be like industrial level moving of things, elevators going out to root cellars. And I mean, I'm not trying to limit the options here. I'm trying to come up with what rules are they by which. Well, fuck English grammar. What? Can I even say that again? What are the rules by they which we follow to design buildings in better ways? And that's the question. And I guess the simpler rules that I'm coming up with are: no interior stairways within living spaces, massive public stairways that are third spaces, public spaces. Some of you don't know the word third spaces. They're places that you can be that are not commercial, that you can hang out in. Vertical parks moving up a slope. Because I am imagining that the best place to put buildings is on a slope. So you can do rain capture on the upper part and share it with the lower part. And you can do rain capture on the whole thing, and you can pump water if you have pumps, but don't trust pumps. And you can have like multi-story composting toilets, and I just don't want to walk up any stairs. Like, I just walked upstairs, really badly made stairs that are randomly spaced. They're like, if I was to take a picture of it, I'd have to clean them up first because they look so disgusting. But they like are designed to break your legs. And I have been drinking a little tequila. I don't want to fucking walk up and down these fucking stairs. They're dangerous. They're dangerously bad made stairs. And if I can get some like metal workers out here with some welding stuff, we'll cut those stairs off of there, and we'll build another building uphill from this one, and we'll make another door into this level up here, and those stairs can go fuck themselves. They're dangerous, bad stairs. They're wrong. They're a design violation. And so those are the kind of rules I'm thinking about. It's not because it's morally wrong. It's because it's just bad design. And I love this building. It's great. It's really a beautiful building. It has serious problems. Like, I should do just one video on the analysis of this building. And the person who built it, if you ever see this, I'm sorry, I'm criticizing your building. It's a great building. It's wonderful. But if I was to tell you the things I want to do to it to improve it, you would probably agree because you've lived in this building. So I'm really not trying to be an asshole. I'm just trying to figure out, like, how can we improve architecture and have things work out better for everybody. So those are my thoughts. And no fucking stairs of dangerousness. I mean, I just walked up and down those stairs like 4 times carrying shit like my computer, that if I break my computer, I'm out of communication. I'm fucked. So none of that shit. Ranch house. Stacked ranch houses. Falling down skyscrapers.